Alright, so howdy, this is PaleRider, and welcome to my stream. I'm back with Vampyr. Oh, why did it do that? There we go. Oh, hey, there's my open door. It says window in the thing, but I have an open door. Have an open door policy. Anyway, I don't remember where I left off. Let's see what kind of quests I got. Is this the quest? Where's the quests? There's the quests. Quests. Quarantine. Succeeded. Chapter 2. Succeeded. Talk to Edgar Swansea. That is the doctor in charge of this hospital that I'm in. Also, thought I had some side quests going on, and I wish they would show the freaking actual side quests here. Right here. Shows the main quest, but all the side quests are all kind of mixed in with this stuff. Like, oh hey, it shows that guy needs treatment for fatigue. Where is this other side quest? Maybe they're here. Yeah, here we go. Let me start at this end. Missing ingredients is research the pharmacy. Reach the pharmacy. Dang it. Can I read? Can I actually read? I don't think so. So this one is done. So interrogate. So I get ahead of myself when I'm reading. See, interrogate. I read the GW some while I was for Gwyneth while I was reading interrogate. So I said interrogate. That's how my freaking brain works for some stupid reason. It's not dyslexia. It's something different. I actually kind of think that dyslexia might be the same, because, you know, think about this. That's one of my stupid freaking analyzing things that I do. Okay, so if somebody has dyslexia, how would they describe having dyslexia? That the letters are all jumbled, right? That's how they describe having dyslexia. A doctor himself, unless the doctor actually has dyslexia himself, wouldn't exactly know how to describe dyslexia. So to a doctor, I wonder if any doctors have ever had dyslexia. I don't know. That's one of them questions that make you go, huh. But okay, so if no doctors have ever had dyslexia, which I don't know, and people try to describe to doctors what dyslexia is by scrambling letters up, maybe it's that while you're reading, you accidentally scramble them up as you're reading. And I do that all the time, constantly. So maybe I have dyslexia. But it's not like I can't see the letters right. They look like they're in the right order. It's just that when I'm reading them, I tend to get ahead of myself while I'm reading, and I mess up. And I get words combined with each other sometimes. I don't know. Unless I read really slow, which I tend to do. But when I'm doing this stream, I like to try to read as fast as I can to get things over quicker. Oh, well. Okay, that's my explanation. What's this one? Okay, wait. Interrogate. There we go again. Interrogate Gwyneth Bannigan about medical error and interrogate Concordin Tipton about medical error. Thought I already did that. Okay, there was... Wait, maybe it's this one. Find the location. Oh, God. Yeah, that's for this girl that thinks she's a vampire. That's way too hard for me right now. The people... There's people on the way to that that are like twice the levels as me. I'm going to try this one. So this must be that Gwyneth. Thought I've already found her. Shows both of them, or one of them, close by, downstairs. I don't want to run into the main doctor yet. Who's this? That's the girl that thinks she's a vampire. Right. Let's see her. John Wesley, what's up, man?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
I need blood.
Rich,
I need blood.
vibrant blood.
I need blood. Tell me about vampires.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You could be in danger? You know nothing about vampires? Let me say you could be in danger. Oh God, this is one of them decisions that I can't go back on. Okay, you are delusional. You know nothing about vampires?
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Yep, I can't go back on that now. Okay.
I'll leave you.
The only thing I can do is find her next clue, which is going to be a while because it's really hard. Okay. The person I'm looking for is out here. In this tent? What? It's not him. But who was I looking for? Interrogate. Concord Tippin. This isn't Tippin. Hey, good stuff.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Oh, there he is. I wonder if this is the guy that... Okay, so I went into... Yesterday when I was playing, I went into a...
Surely I can endure another night.
A morgue. And there was an autopsy And I read the report, and the report said that the guy died from one thing, but when I examined the body, it showed that this guy actually accidentally killed the guy. I think it was this guy.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Life in London. What is the situation here?
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
People are more important. Okay, that can mean two different things. It can mean the people at the better hospitals are more important, or it can mean that people in general are more important than the hospital itself. It's the same everywhere. Yeah.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
If she was a man, they trying to say that they were sexist back then?
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
About your medical error. Should I actually do this?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Nature of the mistake. Why not stop practicing? Who was he?
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
So now I gotta find the nurse. Is this her? Yep. He's been boning this nurse, apparently. I don't know. I'm just joking. I don't know what he's been doing to her.
Good evening, nurse. I'm
Wow.
Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the
If she was a man,
Dr. Swansea
she
has
looks like a
already
man.
told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Invisible enemy. Could this hospital fail? Like,
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
she doesn't want to say anything bad about anybody.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
She's probably doing his work for him. And the medical error was her, not him.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
I understand what you did. Right, you did not have the right. Okay, I understand what you did.
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett's.
I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's error.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
Probably.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found
That's
out.
probably going to come back to bite me in the ass later. Hint failed.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Where'd that guy go now? There he is.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
You have nothing to prove. Nurse Brannigan is worried. Her attitude is irresponsible.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen
That's
to.
why I asked you, said that. Wow. No. So I lost one of the hints.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
The offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Let me look at his stats. So I lost one of them. His health is good, though. So succeed. So that's done then. I probably could have got it higher. This is probably as high as I can get these two. And I could suck her blood and get all kinds of points. Look at all the XP. The blood quality XP. If I sucked her blood, man, I get some good XP. I don't know if I want to go there yet, though. Let me go find Swansea, whatever his name is. Well, who's that? Oh, she's over there.
They're disgust.
Hey, what is that? Why is his heart beating more than the rest of them? Because he's ready for me to suck his blood.
It's locked.
It's there again.
Investigate citizens' actions. Is that what it's trying to tell me? Where'd he go then? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I can hear his blood. There he is. I'm gonna go see what he's doing. Shit, what's going on here?
It's locked, all right.
How do I get in there? What the heck? How do I get in there? Oh, God. Just
Please,
screwed up.
Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less
gonna
we're able
kiss
to
it?
trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with
Vertiginous.
you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Would words bring comfort? This is no gift. A living paradox.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
We need each other. Give me a kiss. I need you. Oh God, no gayness on the game, please. No need to apologize. This is not amusing.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
He has some stuff in here. Let's see. What is that? Looks like a recorder. It is. They had these wax cylinder recorders back around the turn of the century. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's before they came out with the record players. Okay, warning letter. Pembroke Hospital, 25th October. Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thur Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick had been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that the surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I said it might also sever its function for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skill to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistake he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refused to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Very respectfully, Dr. Waverly Ackroyd. Ackroyd's the asshole, I think. I think I can talk to Strickland now, though. More readables. Rare species of vampires. Damn, why do you have to read so much in this game? Wow. It's like a book. I don't want to play a book. I want to play a game. And if I don't read all this stuff, then I don't know what's going on. It's not like in freaking Elder Scrolls where it has shit tons of books that mean nothing. All you have to do is glance at them just to see if you get some kind of perks from them, and that's it. Okay, as a scholar and aggregate of ancestral writings, I'd never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklore into account when searching for hints about hidden and lost secrets. A common mistake to make what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truths about the various types of immortals based on what we know and what we gather through time. For how many centuries did we consider the vampire was a vernacular term for what we had learned to call Ekon? I never called him an Ekon. Until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Volcoids were a tupine type of vampire. Lupine. That sounds familiar. I don't know what that means, but we considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Now we know it's not true. What about the rest? What about the Ruksasha Shasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jingxi or the Pachuan of South Chile? And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James Church in Louth? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading plague all around the city? What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British icons as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed among the mortals and immortals? I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we could find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. Unveiling the Night by Usher Talltree. Okay. What other good stuff you got? Did I miss something over here? Yeah, I did. Another letter to Rashka something. Rakash, letter of Rakash Chadana. Dear Dr. Swansea, I will be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's opened. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to be welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. He's a convict. Swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Very sincerely, blah, 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 former doctor. Okay. Got my face there, mister. Okay, I didn't check over here. Okay, guess that's it. What about his desk? Did I check that? Yeah, I did. Can I talk to this guy anymore?
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
Got hospital.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide healthcare.
Where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a Skald, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
How do Skalds come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skald?
A Skald is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
That doesn't answer a damn thing.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Investigate the citizen's actions. Where? There he is again. How do I get over there? What is this here? I need to go outside over there. Or wait, can I go up and over? Maybe? Okay, where is he? Over there. I'll go outside and see if I can get up.
It's there again.
Glorious battalion of Pembroke.
How? All I know is he's on the second floor. What's that? This is going further away. What is this place? What's going on over here? This sucks. Run. There we go. Who's this guy? Oh, that's the morgue guy.
It's locked.
Gotta be a way to get up to the second floor. There we go. Damn it. Seems like there should be a reason why I'm able to get up here. This looks like the exact same place where I seen the dude go. Now I can't see him. I think what I got to do is follow that dude. What's this guy? I wonder if he's still up here. No. He's over here. Investigate what?
Glorious battalion of Pembroke.
So little result.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail in this hospital?
No?
Well, fuck.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
What the hell just happened?
Good evening, Doctor.
It stopped as
How is
soon as
my
I
son
opened the
doing?
door.
Have you heard rumors of blackmail going on in this hospital?
Dr. Reed, are you trying to take advantage of me?
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick. I'm just curious.
Well, go be curious somewhere else, please.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
That was weird. Okay, so what it is when I
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
when I'm looking at people, all of a sudden their heart or their blood turns white like that, or their heart or whatever. I don't know if you noticed it. All of a sudden up at the top it says investigate the citizen, and every time I do that, there seems to see. Look,
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, well, I'm really
why don't you have this? Talk to me. I don't want to speak about it. There is nothing to say. Leave me, mother. Are you sure? My sweet girl, read this. Meet me like a book. What?
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, well, I'm really
What's going on? Okay, last time this happened, there was a blood spot looking thing. No, now, I don't know what's going on and what causes. I'm going to try doing that from the outside. Okay, now that one's going again. Oh, that's a different one. How do I get out to there? See. Now watch. See? It says investigate. Citizens' actions. Okay, how do I do that? Sneak, hide. Due to the influenza, blah, 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 patients, blah, blah. Wait, no, that's not what I want.
I hope that might help.
Okay, there was something that made... Hide. Oh. What's he doing? I'm trying to investigate. Maybe if I run over here.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
So I can hear him talking. And see how there's a blood spot over there. It's like it wants me to... Oh, can I use my blood thingy? How does that work? Or this one.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
I don't get that. Talk or investigate. I'm trying to investigate. I don't know what to do. There is a weird blood spot over there.
It's locked, all right.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that...
Right here. Right here. Right here. Now.
You don't mind if I search your pockets?
There we go.
Do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you.
Like me.
You see, no one has claimed your body, sir. So it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables.
Yep.
I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Hate to bust somebody for looting dead bodies, because I do it in games all the time, but... Alright. No, wait, what's in here? Birmingham. 27th October. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Broome, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we have many new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Miss Scheller, the old drinking hag from the 3rd floor? She passed away 2 days ago, and her flat is already occupied. Geez. You would have to pay me a huge amount of money to sleep in the bed in which a woman died of the flu just a few hours ago. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mom, Dad, and my job at the factory, I really find time to write to my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello and to his Aunt Pippa. Oh, hey, this is a letter to, what's her name? Pippa. You should see the little bugger already driving me mad, and Mum says you bring back some of those marvelous cakes the next time you come back home. In your last letter, you told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital, and I have to tell you, Pip, you'd better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's as boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm no slut. You moral bitch, you. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join the band you told me about. The Grand or Priven. The Guard, or where did I get banned out of Guard? Oh, that was up there. The Guard or Priven, something like that. So those freaking vampire hunters are trying to recruit Pippin. Maybe she does work for them. Never heard of them, but if they are, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let the others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and join me all and give me all the good news before that. I am your affectionate sister, Lucy. Paul, Mum, and Dad. Okay, so we're gonna have to check that out. New.
It's locked.
It's locked. I just was in it. Oh, it's the other side. Is that Pippa? No. Where's Pippa? Where's Pippa? This is Pippa's boyfriend, ain't it? Yeah. Pippa. Pippa saves beds for patients who... Oh, yeah. See, all these people are freaking doing bad shit. She's selling beds at the hospital. Pippa, okay, they're a couple. Pippa is thinking about quitting the Pembroke Hospital, ... and joining the freaking Guard. She might have already joined the Guard, and they told her to stay at the hospital. Okay, so these other... Where was that at? Okay, this is... These other two, when I get close... The door open now.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
How long must I wait, damn it?
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir.
How long's it
Codeine.
going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year?
So I'm getting the hang of this stuff now. Where was that other doctor? Okay, so those two are going at it again. Doing something. So there's a blood spot outside the window. Maybe. Come on, where's the freaking... Now it opened again. Damn it. Wait, there's that other doctor again. Investigate him. Okay, I know exactly what to do with this guy. He's going up there. Go out. Quick, quick, quick. How do I get over there? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Right here. He's shooting up. That's why he's making mistakes. He's a hype.
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time?
He's going to shoot up right through his jacket. That can't be healthy. He's going, ah! Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is better. That is
much better.
I will make it through one more night.
I will go kill somebody else. Alrighty, got him now. Got him dead to right. Now let's see if I can get those other two. Wow, so much stuff. Hey, there's more. Quinine. More over here. Oh, yep. First of all, let me go talk to this guy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean?
Pawnbroker?
You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real
while taking
doctor.
care of the dead stuff in the pawn shop. Do you work here alone?
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
She's dead because I sucked her blood. You were appointed as a medic.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Let's trade. Oh, because he's got the pawn shop thing. If I mess with him, I won't be able to use that.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Good and dead people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Oh, what just happened?
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me
is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital?
Pardon me, sir, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
This is a lot of the stuff I need for the different different cures. Oh, I don't have enough money to buy all these. What stuff can I sell? That's most of my money. Might help though. What was inside this trunk?
It's locked, all right.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Me. Accuse him of stealing.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
And that's it.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart.
Well, how... I can get 5,000 points for sucking his blood. Can I need to try this.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
First of all, I need to figure out...
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
It never ceases to
Wait, how do
amaze
you...
me how you, the dead, seem peaceful.
I don't know how to do this. I've not tried this yet. Okay, mesmerize level. That's my mesmerize level. And his is 4. What does that mean? Oh, mine's a 1, and his is a 4. I can't get him
And
yet.
lost at the same time.
It has to be at the same or higher. Or mine has to be at least equal or higher to his level. Oh, what's up here? Well, that's my place. While I'm here, let's see if I could craft any of this stuff. There was at least one person that had fatigue. Let me craft one of those. I don't want to craft anything else until I find out. Okay, so if I go in here, go to the peoples, it shows their ailments. Like this dude, it shows he has fatigue. Now I have a cure for it. This guy had some pain or something. Have anything for pain? Okay, regenerate. This is for me, I think. Got one of each one of those, just in case I need them. So, I need to go talk to that lady right there, but there's... God, how do I... That's Pippa.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Here he is. There's his mother. There we go. Is this the spot? Where's the spot? Come on, come on, come on. How do I do it? There we go. They're going to start making out. Little incest thing going on.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
What? I didn't get that. Does that mean that he tried to commit suicide? Okay, let me go talk to this lady now. What's over here? Nothing. Is that the vampire lady? Okay, I don't know.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Renfield, is that what
Good
you
evening,
called him?
Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Glad to see you. I feel played.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
I'm here to help you. Patience. I have given you trouble. I have questions about vampires.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Dang it. Trying to do something while she's talking.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Just need information. It's only logical.
Excuse my impertinence, Your Ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Alrighty. She just said his name. Why isn't it showing it now?
Another night with...
Talk to Harriet in the hospital. What was that? Dr. Strickland is a young man, a young and daring physician who is fascinated by the science of medical advances. He is presently conducting some experiments of his own, but he is waiting for some products he recently ordered. He suspects the present shortage may have incited his supplier to sell the batch to a more eminent doctor than him. Oh, okay. I remember that one.
The glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the eldest patient here.
Goodbye, Milton.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Talk to her a minute.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me, Nurse, did you know Dr. Tippett was addicted to medication?
I suspected this behavior for some time, but never dared to ask him about it. Until the day he confessed to me.
Why would he confess to you about his addiction, Nurse Brannigan?
Don't you know you doctors can't hide anything from a nurse? We're always there, even if you don't notice us.
Do you consider yourselves our confessors, Nurse Brannigan?
I wouldn't dare, Dr. Reed. But I'm intrigued. How did you discover Dr. Tippett's secret?
What can I say? I seem to have a knack for discovering secrets.
And for hiding them as well.
Do you approve of his addiction?
Of course I don't approve. But I understand he needs it to fight the exhaustion. Let's hope he'll stop injecting
lost in the
himself
house.
once
What's
the
up, man?
epidemic is over.
And what if he doesn't?
Then we'll have to convince him to stop. I believe he's still in control of his addiction, for now, but we must remain vigilant.
How you been? Haven't seen you
Goodbye,
in a little
nurse.
while.
Call me if you need assistance.
Where is that other doctor? Okay, Pippa. Let me talk to Pippa.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
So just chilling, saw you was on, so I had to pop in and say hi. Has been a while. Yep, I started doing this new stream in the daytime because I'm gonna start doing some PlayStation 4 games at night. Because I don't know if you remember Blue Jay, one of the other moderators. He donated enough money for me to get a PlayStation 4 and some games. So starting here in 2 or 3 more days from now, or nights from now, I'm going to start playing The Last of Us. Leave this hospital?
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Proud of what you achieved. Patients need you.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
God, this is the... Could have changed things. I don't know which one to say.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
The daily routine.
I want to go talk to these
With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that
father and
prevail
or mother
and
and
survive this
father, mother and son in here, real quick.
My sweet girl.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
You tried killing yourself.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, I gotta find out where his house is. I don't even want to talk to his mom right now. His house is just south of the hospital. It's not too far. What about this other one? The pharmacy. That one's further away. Let's do this one first.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Hey, I'm gonna confront this guy too now.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
You are taking drugs.
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shifts. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
How can you be so irresponsible? Could be fired. This can't be a long-term solution.
I understand the gesture, Doctor. An immediate answer to an emergency situation, but this can't be a long-term solution.
Thank you for your understanding, my dear colleague. And be assured, I have total control of my consumption.
That's what they all say. That's it? Wow. Yeah, sure, you have total fucking control.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Well, that was nice of him. I was streaming World of Warships today on PS4. World of Warships, that sounds pretty cool. This is like a lot of World War II stuff. I've never played games like that, but they look like they'd be pretty cool. Okay, so it's actually, is that it right there? Wait, no, wait. Yeah, that's probably it right there. This is safe house. Is that the letter? Folded letter. My dear mother, when you find this letter, I'll be gone. I want you to know that I don't leave because of you. I leave this world because of the crushing weight that existence puts upon me. These times are too much for me. Sometimes I feel like Bundelaries versus Budelaries verses have been written as an echo from my own heart. When the low, heavy sky weighs like a lid upon the spirit aching for the light. The hell is he going on about? Okay, so these are verses from something. When the low, heavy sky weighs like a lid upon the spirit aching for the light, and all the wide horizon's line is hid by a black day sadder than any night. Whatever. It's as beautiful as it is painful, Mother. I can't suffer. Excuse me. Excuse me. I can't suffer it anymore. I don't want you to try to convince me, and it won't only delay. Sorry. God, burping and yawning right in the middle of trying to read. It would only delay the inevitable, for I would do it again if by any chance you managed to save me once.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Feral belly. What? Dang it. Feral is the belly of the beast. Oh, they got so much shit to read. Vampires create their foul prodigy with blood. We all know that. Some of us witness the process even. But what is really going on here, there, and everywhere? It is the only way for a vampire to breed. Is it the only way? Let's review what we know so far. In our past episode, when willing to create a progeny, a vampire will not bite but give its blood to drink. Most of the victims die when bitten, but some of them survive and turn into leeches themselves. This only happens when they have assimilated the vampire's blood one way or another. It is not the predator's bite, but its blood that infects the victim, who will turn if he or she survives the suffering of the metamorphosis. It also seems that a vampire can breed by having intercourse, the vampire's mate, to produce a child. Huh? Only time I ever heard of a vampire having a baby was in the TV show Angel. And the baby was not a vampire for some reason, but he was pretty kind of supernatural. Sexual intercourse between vampires and humans rarely produce any birth, but some of them try anyway. The vampire gestation is only a few weeks short, and the pain is almost unbearable for the mother. If she is mortal, she will not survive the birth, and the vampire comes out of her womb by tearing apart her entrails. Oh no. Talk about labor pains. If the mother is a blood drinker, it will probably survive and regenerate. The newborn vampire will quickly grow and turn into an adult vampire in only a few months. From The Adversary by Kendall Stone, founder of the Guard of Frywin. Okay. Say I believe you. What does that have to do with the price of milk in China?
It's locked.
Oh, man.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
I'll get the key from him. I have to get the key from that dude. Okay, there's another quest right here. Yeah, wrong button. That is cross the bridge. Oh, so still keep going down, across the bridge, and it should be that first place on the right. Second place on the right. So keep going down. Wait. Down. Which way? Here, these guys that are trying to kill... Yeah, these guys are trying to kill me. What level am I? I'm only level 8, and that's a 10. And 11, I'm going to probably die. Let me see if I can get around these guys.
Sorry, sir, no admittance.
I am not your mother. Wow. Can I do but which one's tougher than the other one? That one's a 10, that's 11. Let me see if I can kill that 11 with a spear. How do I spear somebody? God, let me see. That's not going to work. I don't know how to do this. Right here. That didn't work. Did it just use up all my shit? Wow. That didn't work.
It's one of them!
Later. They weren't too hard. That's what she said. Which way am I going? South. That's the right way then. South. A couple of those dudes over there. That's a freaking 12. Executioner. That's a big dude. It's got a freaking flamethrower or something too.
He's mine! I'll take it! Oh my god! We have to stop it!
Iron Mongol? Ironmonger. Make me some good weapons? Probably not. going? I'm going like right here somewhere. Level 14. Damn.
Let's pin it down!
Damn.
Back in the crew!
Damn! What the hell? What? Come on, you bitch! Damn. I don't know if it's my... It's probably my controller that does it, but this game, it's like a lot of other games that I play where when you're fighting somebody, it doesn't keep you looking at them. I think maybe it's because I didn't lock on. I think I could lock on to things. Where the hell is this place I'm looking for? It's back where that stupid vampire was. Go around over there. Look at my map. Yeah, it's around the other side of the building. Actually, I don't know. Might be on the other side of the street. Over here. No. It's got to be... Well, I'm going to die trying to fight this thing. I'll try. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, God. Oh, shit. He's a freaking boss one. Damn, 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 he's fucking me up. Damn! I'm trying to get away from him. He's freaking chasing me. Come on! Damn it. Fuck. God, he almost killed me. Go, 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 go. Yeah, shadowed freaking son of himself. If he hits me though, he almost kills me, so I gotta be careful. Or a shadow. Run! Shadow doesn't hurt me as bad. Still hurts me though. You need to stun him. Go! Need to stun him. Damn. No. Oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Go, 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 go. I don't have anything else to heal me with. A little bit. Shit. Damn it! Hit and run. Got him. Wow, that was a freaking tough bastard. Whew. He didn't drop anything. Hope that getting that far away didn't cause another one to show up. Okay, this must be the pharmacist. Dr. Strickland's list, ordered by Dr. Thur Strickland, Pembroke Hospital, list of substances and ingredients. Blah, 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 blah.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
So he's not that great of a doctor then. So what I'm supposed to do? What would happen? Tell what happened to Theodore. Oh, okay. What's that? Nothing else good in here? Large knife. Long.
This is an impressive knife. There's a name engraved on the metal. Clay. What kind of man puts his name on a knife?
Somebody who really likes their knife. Unless that's the name of the knife. Maybe he named it. See, World War I and II ships. It's a free-to-play game as well. Bill, what's your PS tag so I can add you? It's PaleRider 559. Pretty sure it's the same as it is on my channel and stuff. I think I use the same one. I didn't get the monthly prescription though, or subscription. What's going on here? Got the just the regular, so that I can play. I don't think you can play multiplayer games without the subscription though. I just play normal. Wait, that's not even the way I'm supposed to go. I'm going this way. It's not the right gate.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Okay, first of all, I think I need to go find that one doctor, Strickland. He was in here last time I seen him. There he is. Right, is that him?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Tell me, Thur, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on in the hospital?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Okie dokie. I've not got PS Plus at Mo, but you can still play a few games without PS Plus. Yeah, I could play. Well, I don't really play multiplayer games much anyway, so all the ones that I have are all single player. So far I've got Spider-Man Game of the Year edition, and God of War, and the new God of War, and The Last of Us. But my son, he has a bunch of games, and he's going to let me borrow some. I'm going up there next month for my daughter's wedding, back down to the town that he lives in, and he's going to let me borrow them. He's going to let me borrow Uncharted 4 and let's see, what's the one? Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, and Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think at least one more. I think there's one more. I can't remember. But yeah, that'll keep me busy for a while. It's pretty good games.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
So I play those with my brother, and we don't have Plus. Yeah. Missing ingredients. Gather ingredients and formulas. Bring 1 unit of sodium to your medical desk. Bring 1 unit. 6 units of ferrous. Do I have all those? Or would I find out? It'd be here? No. Here? No. Here. No. Somewhere. 6 ferrous. I use most of my ferrous. There it is. Oh, I got a lot of it. Probably have enough stuff already. So let me go to my workbench. Also, there was some. What's the other one? Oh, this mother and son in here.
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir.
How long is it going to take to fix me properly? Benefit of the doubt.
A year. You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Pain is a precious tool.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is the best compass for making it a better place.
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reed, when mankind is the biggest problem? Yes, the world will be a much better place when we're gone.
Well, that didn't help none. Damn it.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you.
Red Dead is coming out on PC.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful,
really good.
It's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel
I already have
is
it
the
on
best compass for making it a
Xbox,
better
so
place.
I probably won't
How
get
can
it for
we repair
PC
the world,
unless
Dr. Reed, when
unless it's
mankind
really
is the
cheap.
biggest problem? Yes, the world would be a much better place when we're gone.
I'd like to get it for PC, but I probably can't afford it. I've already spent so much on things lately.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
But in the circumstances,
I'll think about it.
give you the benefit of the doubt.
Now, please, let me be.
So I got one more hint there and one more hint there. Damn it.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
See if I can talk to his mom without
Good evening, Doctor.
giving away
How is my son
his
doing?
personal information.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Looks amazing on PC. Yeah, I have to check it out at least. Oh, hopefully I'll be able to buy it someday. I'd actually like to play it some more. I don't really like playing on Xbox One a whole lot.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
You're right. Your son's death was not fatal. And unlike many on their own, he is lucky to have you by his side.
I can't give up on him. I just can't. I have conceded many times in my life, but giving up on my son is something I am incapable of.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension, not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Damn it. It just gave me another hint, or something, but it's not showing up here.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
This is complicated, trying to figure out what to say and what to do.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better? Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
Oh shit. That didn't help none, did it? Still one more hint there. And there's no hints here. I don't know why. It's still highlighted, or not doled out. Because there's probably something I could say in one of these. Let me just look at these.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her hope for a better future?
No. I don't.
Won't you even try?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better?
Damn it.
Do you want me to tell her the same thing? I could, but it would not change anything.
Oh well.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Wonder if the mother died, if the son would be better off. That's not nice to say, but you never know. See, the mother, I can get 4,000 points for sucking her blood. I only get 1,000 for his. I still want to do this. But she's... I have to wait till I get a higher level. Some of these guys are really freaking tough. It looks like they get higher level the more questions I ask them too. I need to find somebody to get some blood from. Okay, so where was I going? I'm going to make some medicine up in my room. Is there anything good in here? Hey. All the good stuff. What kind of medicine do I need? Yeah, they're all the ingredients. Bring 1 unit. Sodium whatever. Potassium and ferrous. 6 ferrous. I think I got all that. The heck?
The flower's dying. It needs...
Son of a beach. I don't know what to do here. Son of a beach. Medical desk.
It's water.
Medical desk. Where's my medical desk? That's a workbench. Medical desk? Is that this? Oh, okay.
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
That kind of sucks. So now it's telling me that I can bring it to Ackroyd. Let me go talk to Ackroyd first. Found all kinds of good stuff. That's Ackroyd, right?
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Is your rivalry blinding you? Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
What the hell? I can't go back on this now. You will assume the consequences. conservative point of view.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Let's try this.
I know that you're a busy man, but I could use your help and advice.
The great Dr. Reed honors me with a request. What is it exactly?
Dr. Strickland devised an experimental drug for the Spanish flu that he asked me to manufacture.
You know what I think of fringe medical experimentation?
That's exactly why I want you to keep the result, Doctor. I made sure it won't harm anyone, but I'd like you to take care of it.
I see. Put it in my cabinet. I'll give you the key. I'll make sure no one uses this medication by mistake.
I'll do that. Thank you for your help, Dr. Aykroyd.
Thank you for your trust on the matter, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay, now what? Put the medication in doctor's office. Where? Upstairs?
I will not let you down, my boy.
Oh. Yeah, it's upstairs. Well, these things respawn loot quite a bit.
It's locked, all right.
Your mama's locked. I have the key to her chastity belt. Goswick's medical file. Damn it, I didn't press it in time, did I? This is all right, patient. Mortimer Goswick. Note, the patient shows many signs of extreme fatigue and major sores on the throat, mouth, and tongue, but no signs of flu. Refuses to speak, claims it's too painful, needs rest and healing of throat, mucous membranes before any decision can be made concerning his release. He didn't even try to find out if the guy was trying to commit suicide. Dear Dr. Swansea, despite the actual urgency of the sanitary situation, I must inform you of a recent case of professional misconduct inside the Pembroke. Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan has been found guilty of undeniable, unprofessional conduct, and thus guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose and establish a prescription without at least informing the referent doctor about her conclusion. You know me, Edgar. I'm not against professional initiative when it is for the interest of all, especially during a crisis like the one we are facing. But we can't allow a nurse to perform a diagnosis and decide on a procedure to apply to a patient. The fact that said patient survived is no tuning circumstance. It just means we dodged a bullet this time. I demand the strictest authority on this matter. Blah, 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 blah. So, the nurse actually knows what the hell she's doing. I need to confront her about that. There's so much going on in this game, it's hard to keep track of what's going on. And it's a lot of, I thought when I first started playing it that it would be...
Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula.
Placebo? Good use of a placebo?
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
A placebo is not a drug. It's something that they substitute for a drug to make patients that hypochondriacs mostly feel better about stuff, or if they're doing a drug study, they give like half of the patients placebos and half the patients the actual drug that they're doing or treatment that they're doing, and see just to see if it actually works or if it's a psychological thing, That's the way I see it, at least. I'm not a doctor, but that's what I understand about it. So I just I put opium in the damn thing. It seemed like, didn't I? I don't remember. Didn't seem like a placebo if it's got opium in it. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. But I just got some more hints. Two different things. I want to go talk to Ackroyd again.
You always
That's
knew
not
the words
Ackroyd.
to calm the children, Ellen. As for me,
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Nothing. got another hint, but it won't open.
Thank you for your time.
Let me
We'll
talk
talk
to,
later.
Talk to Strickland again.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thur.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Yeah, got more experience than you do, too.
Don't you think we have enough work already? Perhaps now is not the best time to be chasing shadows.
Chasing shadows, really? It's funny those words coming from the only doctor here who has spent more time outside this hospital than in.
Whoa, sounds like blackmail to me.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
That's all he's got to say about that? And that's all it's going to let me freaking talk to him about? No.
Tell me, Thur, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use
TheBunaBug,
it.
What
what's
Dr.
up?
Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
See, hi everybody, I'm on break between classes. Saw you were live streaming that I'd pop in for a spell, and this is a game I'm seriously interested in. Being based on in the Victorian era is an added bonus too. Yeah, it's pretty cool game, and it's a lot of like deduction, a lot of trying to figure out things. He's like a Sherlock Holmes of vampires. He's trying to figure out different things. Hold on a minute, I can adjust my mic. I hope that didn't make a lot of noise. But yeah, it's not as action-packed as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay because it's cool for a change just to go around. It's mostly talking to people, trying to find puzzles, trying to figure out things, trying to find out what's going on, because at the very beginning of this he wakes up in a mass grave and starts craving blood and accidentally sucks the blood of his sister and kills her. And so now he's just trying to, and then he comes to his senses after he gets blood in his system.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
And he has people chasing him, but he's a doctor. And so he's trying to figure out what's happening to him. Trying to find a cure, maybe.
Now we can handle this.
Problem is that you got all these. Can you show? I don't even think I could show them in here. Got shit tons of skills. I don't even think you can show the skill tree here. You have to actually go to sleep to show the skill tree. Yeah. Yeah, you have to go to sleep to show the skill tree, and oh, there was actually something. Tool of the trade. That guy I killed. See, I knew I could have saved him. But to get all these different skills, you have to get XP. My XP's up here. And each one of these people, if you suck their blood, has an XP level. So you get that. I get 4,000 XP for sucking this lady's blood. Problem is that number 4 that's up in the corner. And see up at my corner, it says number 1. Her level is higher than mine. It's mesmerize level. So I can't really suck her blood until my level's at least the same as hers. And so far, this is the only guy that I can suck the blood of. And you get clues. All those little check marks are clues to bring their blood level up higher, their blood quality level up higher. So you go around finding all these different clues and doing things for people and talking to them and getting them to admit to things, and then their blood quality level will go up. Or as in like this guy over here, his blood quality level will go up if I treat him for fatigue. So I already made the cure for him. I just need to find out where he's at now and give him that. But when that happens, then his mesmerize level will go up too. So I can get, right now I can get 350 XP for sucking his blood right now. Or I can wait until I cure him and find some of his other clues. He's got 4 clues, it looks like, that'll make him stronger and get his blood quality up. And I think each time you find one of those or bring it up a little higher, it's going to bring that mesmerize level up higher. And the only way to get that mesmerize level up higher is to mesmerize some people and suck their blood. But since I haven't done that really yet, I actually did it on one guy accidentally over here. I thought that I had to, but doing that takes the health level of the whole district down a little bit. Also, I don't know if it kills. Well, it killed him because he was already bleeding to death. But I don't know if if sucking their blood actually kills them. It shouldn't, but I think it does. And so if you kill, the more people you kill in the district, the worse the blood gets in the whole district, and the worse the status of the whole district goes down. So it's kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard figuring out how to actually get through. I know I'm going to end up having to suck some people's blood because I'm a vampire. I'll probably die if I don't.
You at our side, Doctor.
But
I know that Pembroke will prevail.
I've been putting it off. Oh, what's this? Prevent disease. Do not cough in public. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat.
Don't worry, sir. We're going to take care of you.
I love the deduction omits aspect. It's got a Sherlock Holmes game. I've got a Sherlock Holmes game on my wish list as well. So this is right up my alley. Don't get me wrong, action's great too. I just like to mix it up a bit. Yeah, me too. This is really cool for a change. This girl is either mentally ill, thinking she's a vampire, or she might be a vampire. And I don't think she's actually a vampire though. She thinks she's a vampire. She's kind of funny.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I want some rich, vibrant blood. Let's see. Now, can't really... Oh, about blackmail. We'll see what she says about that.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Your nocturnal. Yeah. Okay, so I need to go talk to this lady that's over here. I don't even know what time it is. Does it say anywhere? If it starts getting too close to morning, I'm going to have to go to sleep. I'm a night doctor. Okay, this door's open now. Who's this over here? Oh, that dude that thinks he's a not priest? What's she talking about? My blood and soul belongs. What? Approach the blanket. Life runs through my veins. Spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave. Liars and thieves. What? This guy got his face burned up somehow in the war, I think.
What your last thoughts would be, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to this lady.
It's here again.
Is anything good in here? Small bag of junk. Junk as in heroin? Or junk as in trash? Man, it just got me some... What was that stuff called they used to drink? Liquid heroin?
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please calm down. I have questions. Shut up! Shut up, lady. Please calm down.
Please calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Competent cunts slit a poor soul's veins? Is that what she said? I turned up the sound so I can hear her better. You like gossip? Are you the blackmailer?
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really?
What?
Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Wait, what? That's it? So she's just after the freaking women in the hospital.
Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Again? Waking a poor old woman in her sleep?
Didn't
There
look like
isn't a
you're
poor
sleeping,
life
mate.
needs saving somewhere?
What did she say? Doesn't some whore need saving somewhere? Is that what she said? She doesn't like other women at all. I was trying to watch the playback and see what she said, but anyway, I have a question.
Now, I need to ask you a few simple questions.
Well, if you really must.
If you could just tell me why you were admitted.
It's terrible, Doctor. What with a pain in my chest, coughing up blood, and I get awfully tired. Wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't lost my house and all.
I see.
She lost her
No
house.
one comes to visit, you know. Not even my own flesh and blood.
She lost her house, so she's playing sick, so she has a roof and food.
Have you noticed any suspicious comings or goings?
It would be a great deal easier to make a list of things unsuspicious in this house of charlatans.
Come now, Miss Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
Have you no eyes? This hospital accepts all manner of souls, regardless of origin. The proper sick cannot heal. We're kept sickened by the refugees.
Everyone here is very capable. I have not seen any instances of unprofessionalism.
Thieves and murderers, the lot. People have gone missing here, you know. Poof, without a trace.
Poof. Poof.
I'll come and visit you shortly. Good night, Miss Jones.
Me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Where's Pippin? There's Pippa, right there.
Disgust on every street
Pippa Rippa.
The daily routine.
She's Kelly's little sister.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
We already know that she's doing the guard out front. Or no, he's an ambulance driver. We already know that, lady. He already admitted to that.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Why is that still showing up?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, got Pippa gone. Crane and Gwyneth. Gwyneth's out here.
Another night with the
Where's she
Royal
at?
Battalion of Pembroke.
There she is.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills.
My boobies get in the way of my skills.
Save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Everybody knows you can't be a doctor if you have boobies. This is not the place. You have my support.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. They had to throw in a little bit of modern feminism into the game. We all know that. We've known that for like 60 years. I think they knew that before that, but it's just the way that the world was, man. I don't want to get into it, but I think women still ruled the fucking world all through time. They just like to do it. The women like to do it from behind the scenes. They didn't want to get out in the middle, in the limelight of things, you know. I really think that. I think it's true. And I think that somewhere around the 60s and 70s, probably after World War II, really is when it started, when women actually had to work in the factories and stuff. They realized that they can do stuff that men weren't letting them do, because but it wasn't the men that wasn't letting them do that in the first place. It just over the centuries of it being that way, women started coming to think of it as that way. And then when World War II happened, they realized that they didn't have to be that way. And since a lot of men got killed in that war and the next two wars after that, there was a lot more women out there, and so they just wanted to work. And that's a good thing. But to make it out to be that women did not have control over their own actions since the beginning of time up until the freaking 60s is just wrong. Women did that doesn't paint women in a very good light throughout history. Women had control. They had more control than anybody nowadays wants to admit. Women had control of the world. I really believe that. Men are fucking pretty much stupid. They're one-sided, or not one-sided. They're not as broadly. They don't view things as broadly as women do. They see things linearly, kind of. I don't know. That's kind of a weird way to put it, but men either just want to work their butts off and have a family, or go out and get some kind of business type job and neglect their family. You know, one of the two things. They don't look at ambition. They don't look at things the same way that women do. I don't know. It's hard to explain, and I probably shouldn't try to explain it right now during a game. But I seriously think that it puts down women for women nowadays to say that women never had control and that men controlled them, because that is a fucking flat out lie. Just growing up in the 60s and 70s, I know that for a fact, that I could see it as a child. I could see how the women were controlling the men. As a child, I could see it. And men like to be controlled. That's the thing. Men liked to be controlled. They still do. They like for women to do, up to a certain point, men have their things that they want to do and have to have, like maybe go out and freaking go fishing, go out and have a few beers with the dudes once in a while. But most men, unless they're alcoholics, unless they're complete fucking drug addicts or fuck ups, they like to have a woman control their lives and take control. And that's what was good about the arrangement back in the day, is that women controlled the actual life of the men, the family life, the social life, the actual life that mattered. And all men did is went out and fucking made the money and came home and paid for that, except for the ones that didn't really care about their families, that just wanted to go out and make millions. But the average man just wanted to go out and work and then come home, and they were happy to have the wife at home because she was in control of everything. She was in control of their life, their kids, their social life, their friends, their everything. The women were in total control of that stuff. Well, maybe not total control, but most of it. Anyway. See, well, oh. Oh, that's the Egyptian queen. I can't pronounce it right here now, but I know what you're talking about. Declared herself Pharaoh of Egypt and did an excellent job. So know that a woman of history who certainly wasn't regulated to the sidelines. Yep. Oh, there's a lot of women in history that actually took control, and they could. That's because men would let them. Joan of Arc, Cleopatra, Queen Mary, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Anne, Queen Victoria. There was other queens and Queen Isabella, and Ferdinand and Isabella. She kind of controlled him pretty much. There was a lot of women that took control over the years. Anyway, let me get back to the game. I already did that one. Yeah, I already did that one.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
She didn't much answer that. Okay, strange men visiting nurses.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, Crane. She was upstairs last time I seen her. Let me see. I can't see her.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
It's not down here. Unknown. Oh, that's that one dude that's passed out. Pippa! Wait, is that her? No, that's the vampire chick. Where's she at? Wait. Where is she? It says she's downstairs. Thank. Oh, I know where she's at. Who's that? Okay. Wait, no. What's she doing way over here? There's a dude. Who's this dude?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Musophobia? Did you see that crazy little moose?
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
The Queen Ty of Egypt? Never heard of that one, but Naferati I have. And Wilma Mankiller, former chief of the Cherokee tribe. Oh, yeah. I think I've heard of her. Also, another one I was thinking of is Madame Curie. Forgot to mention her. Okay, so I need to find Nurse Crane first. She's over this way somewhere. I don't know what she's doing way over here. Find Dorothy in the area. Yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Why is she doing... There's blood. Is she freaking history? I didn't even get a piece of it. What's going on here? Little rat punks. I'm gonna eat one. Whee!
This is despicable.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good despicable stuff.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Because it's good. Just accept it. Koshwick's flat. I've been here already. Did I get another key from him? Let me see if I can get in here.
It's locked.
No. Okay. Bastards. What is going on over here? What's really going on here? Quarantine, influenza. So where is the nurse? I think I got off track. She's back that way more. Okay. She's up there somewhere. She's got to be down by the river. Canal, whatever it is. She went down by the river to pray, thinking about them good old days. Oh. Okay, eavesdrop. Press L to activate your senses. If a citizen is behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. By looking at the citizen, you'll unlock a special interaction. Look at Dorothy Crane. Is that her? It's not her. There she is. Something's going on. Oh, I gotta step over here like this.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
What was that all about? Didn't explain much. Gotta follow him? On down to the river and pray, thinking about them good old days. Poplar Sewer. It's this is just a popular tourist attraction. Dude down there. Is that the dude? I don't think so.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. What's this way? Let's go see what's over here first. Can I get over there? No, I can't even get in there.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Feel the fresh air.
I hear somebody. And I hear a vampire. So, actually...
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
There's two different kinds of vampires in the game. And that's one of them. It's called a skull. Skulls are like mindless... followers or something. There's another one right there. Oh, I thought, yeah, there's a couple of them over here. Dang. Beat my ass. Dang. I'm gonna get killed. I'm dead. Is he dead? Fuck, I'm so close to death. Wow. This is not very easy to fight in these little tiny areas when you can't see what you're doing. And let's go up and see what was going on up here. What's that? A barbed cudgel. It's a bat with barbed wire. So where is this guy at that I keep hearing? Sounds like it's coming from that direction over there. Need to go check that out first. Citizen to save. Careful. The endangered citizen may not survive the next night. Go check on him. Wow.
Feel the fresh air.
Dang! Get off me, you bastard. Fuck! These guys are tough.
Can't breathe.
Okay, what just happened?
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
What's details on this guy? His blood's not good. Headaches, loss of blood quality. Okay, hopefully he'll end up at the hospital. To rescue a citizen, he will return to his district and the following night. Okay. What time it is. Oh wow. I'm overdue here, man. I'm gonna have to stop here for the night. I hope this saves right here so that I can start right here tomorrow. Anyway, I'll be back with more of this tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And tonight, I'll be back with South Park. I'm getting close to the end. I think I'm right at the end of the main game. And then I'm going to play it's got 2 DLCs. So I'm thinking it'll be tonight and tomorrow night. And then I'll be done with that. And then I can start The Last of Us first thing on Monday. Anyway, till tonight, leave a like, share, subscribe. Support my channel if you can with PayPal, Patreon, or you can get some merch on the links below. Hey, and good to see you, Lost, and thanks for coming by, Buna, and whoever else is left. Have a good one, guys. Adios. Oh, you know the game is perfect for a particular month, vampires and Halloween. Yeah, I'll be decorating my house up for Halloween, and the kids went to get, when I get home from class this evening, really looking forward to it. Best holiday ever. Yeah. All right, see you later. Bye.